Hello everybody, and welcome back. Today I'm here at JFK International Airport. Tonight's flight will be departing today out from Terminal 1 at JFK, and I will be flying with Air France today on their 777-200ER all the way to Paris Charles de Gaulle International Airport. At CDG, I will be having a layover of around 6 hours, and after that, I will complete my final leg of the flight, which will be to Warsaw Chopin International Airport. Around tonight's flight time to CDG will be around 6 hours, and the scheduled departure time is around 12:30 a.m. But before all of that, we have to go to check-in and check in the bags and get the boarding pass. Check-in today was very smooth and easy, and we were past check-in in no time and headed through security. As it was later in the evening, the line at security was fairly small, and we processed security in around 15 minutes. There was no two separate lines for regular and business passengers. They all kind of conformed into one single line at the end. After security, you are greeted with JFK Terminals 1, Duty Free, and Departure Hall. Now, Terminal 1 is actually one of the newer terminals here at JFK. It was only built around 20-something years ago, back in the late 90s. But at some parts of the terminal, you can really see the age, especially near the gate areas if you look on the ceiling tiles and the windows. Everything's just like really old, and it feels like it wasn't cleaned in a while, and just has a feeling of like a bus station in Eastern Europe a little bit. But the other parts near Duty Free, and also where the majority of the shops and restaurants are, the skylight actually has a nice look to it and makes it feel more modern. But with that out the way, we headed over to gate number 7, where Air France flight 9 is departing today from. But on the way there, we did get to see gate number 4, which actually I only got reminded is that 4 years ago, in 2019, the nightmare of a flight with Norwegian Airlines happened here. So to any of OGs that are watching this, maybe remember that video, and my voice definitely changed from there. But yeah. After waiting an hour, boarding had finally started. Soon it was our time to board, and boarding was pretty fast and only kind of stalled around when we got on the jet bridge. Our aircraft for this flight is a 21-year-old Boeing 777-200ER. This aircraft has the older business class cabin on board, and also the older premium economy cabin, but they are still pretty nice. But comparing it to other airline products, they could have an improvement. But what can I comment on that? I am only flying economy class for this flight, so leave it to the people who actually fly business class. Okay, so here's my seat for this flight. We do have a nice little screen here. It is average size, nothing special. We do also have a tray table. It does fold. I don't think it extends out. Then we also have the seat back pocket. It is pretty big, but we also have the smaller pockets, which are nice. Safety card here. It is more like modern design. Yeah, these pockets are really nice. You can store like cables or your phone. It's pretty useful actually. Legroom is pretty good. I am almost 6 feet, so I was pretty comfortable for the flight. We do also have these Air France AirPods Max. We do also have a nice cozy blanket. It was kind of small for me. But that's whatever. We also have a pillow. It was alright. I wish it was a little bit more bigger. And here we have the window view. And another little interesting thing that I saw is on the seat belt. You do actually have the old Air France logo, which is actually really cool. So that just kind of shows that these seats are kind of older than you think. We shortly pushed back and the safety video started to play. Our aircraft was cleared to taxi to runway 4 left, and we took off at around almost 1 a.m. After takeoff, when we reached cruising altitude, service began with drinks and also the hot meal was served. To be honest, I don't know how I was filming this, but here is the actual meal. You do have a little dessert, some cheese and a bread, a water, and also a little like salad of some sorts, and the hot meal is actually mashed potatoes with a little like green beans and some chicken, and also wine was served because it is Air France. The seats also come with universal power sockets, which are a must in 2023 because everyone is traveling with their electronic devices, and they do charge pretty fast. For the majority of the flight, I did just kind of try to sleep. I actually did manage to get a couple hours of sleep. The flight was very short after service. There was around only 3.5 hours until we started our descent into Paris, so it was a pretty short flight, I would say. We started our descent into Paris and were greeted with the beautiful French countryside.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Paris Charles de Gaulle Airport.
We arrived into Paris Charles de Gaulle International Airport around 40 minutes earlier than our expected arrival thanks to the North Atlantic tailwinds. Now, I thought that we would also get to the gate earlier, but there was an aircraft occupying our gate which was expected to depart around 1:30 and was actually delayed even further, so we were forced to stay on the taxiway for some time until we were cleared to go to the remote stands. Actually, me as an AF geek, I do like the remote stand better, and it is also really nice when you especially deboard the plane and it's a wide body such as this beautiful 777. After we deplaned the aircraft, we were bussed over to the main concourse of Terminal 2E. Once we got out of Terminal 2E, we transferred over to Terminal 2F, or the Shenzhen terminal, and we waited for our flight to Warsaw Chopin International Airport. This is probably where I'm gonna end off this video because I don't want to keep the video too long, and also I want to keep the two reviews separate from each other. To end off the video, I do have some finishing notes about Air France and my flight with them. The airplane, it was kind of dated, it's a 21-year-old 777, but it was in pretty good condition. Air France did do great service with it. The food on the flight was fairly good, it wasn't something amazing, but it wasn't something really bad. I would say it was pretty in the middle. The dessert was kind of disappointing. It was really basic, and it's like American dessert, you know, nothing really special. The crew were really friendly, you know, it was late in the night, so you know, they weren't like super energetic, but no one was rude, and you know, they were respectful to the passengers. The aircraft was pretty clean, and you know, the bathrooms were also cleaned, even though I don't have a video of it, I'm sorry. But overall, I would say I would rate Air France and their 777-200ER around an 8.5 out of 10. What could they improve? Probably their cabin and maybe some aspects of the service, but it is really good. I would recommend it. That is all for this video. Fly safe.